hit record.
No.
I hit it. You can't unrecord it. Yeah, either. It's on. So here you go. We're gonna end the show. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
5,
And
4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up? This is Living for Crits. I'm Judge James.
I'm Judge Evie.
Welcome to the show. Got a special celebrity game table edition of Living for Crits tonight, as we're talking all about the ultimate celebrity game tables, which I have made up a table.
I have 2.
There we go. But I have mine with who
I'm more prepared than
mine
you are.
or what they'll play and the character names.
Oh, I don't have that.
Ha! Look at that. So before we begin, got some news. We still aren't. You can't look at my thing. Don't look at my list.
I'm looking at it.
My list is cool.
Why do you have her?
Listen, just leave my list alone, okay? Stop judging me.
I have who some of them will play.
Our big news tonight is Judge Evie still hasn't run Death Slaves of Eternity.
That's so
And I
unfair.
offered to run Death of Eternity for you.
If you run it, people think
offered
I'm like a
to
loser.
run it for you.
No.
And you turned me down.
Because people think I'm a loser.
They already think you're a loser. There's Brian saying good morning.
Brian
And there's Dev saying hey
They
yo.
don't think I'm a loser.
And there's Greg and Mr. Citrus and everyone's here.
None of them think I'm a loser.
They're all gonna think you're a loser if you looking for a review of Evie's game. Look at that.
Yeah, see, Greg doesn't think I'm a loser.
All right, let's go into the questions.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, this is Judge Evie Presides. This is the part of the show where you ask questions and Judge Evie doesn't answer them.
I just can't believe you.
But you can send more questions to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com and maybe she'll answer
I don't
one of them.
understand why you would think that of me.
All right, is this the wrap?
No.
Okay.
I have tears in my eyes.
Okay.
Look at these tears.
Those aren't tears.
Look.
They're fake tears.
Look at these tears.
You don't have real tears. Why do you have tears? What's that from? Come on.
It's from my many acting skills.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Thank you. Okay. These are from Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Greetings from Singapore. Hello from Singapore. Here again for work, but no quarantine this time. Ooh.
No quarantines?
Quarantine.
Oh, quarantine.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. It's
Here's
good.
some questions Singapore gamers have for the big show. You
Okay.
found gamers in Singapore?
There
that
are
fast?
gamers all over the world.
Like that fast?
I guess he did.
Like it's like been a day and you're just like, oh hey.
You walk around town with a core book or something.
Yeah. Okay, number 1. We have DCC, MCC, and soon XCC, and maybe RCC. What would you make as the next Goodman Crow Classics game?
Judge Evie, you answer this first. What's your next good CC?
Ponies.
No, don't. No one wants Pony Crawl Classics. No one wants that. It's
I
already
think you should do Fairy Crawl Classics.
Fairy Crawl Classics.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-hmm.
that's also terrible. Eddie, you can ask a question whenever. We'll jump into it at some point.
We're in the question section right now.
Yeah,
actually.
so ask a question at some point.
Yeah.
Anyone can ask a question. We'll answer questions that come through. I'm gonna say I was talking all week about this on Twitter and in Discord that I really wish there was more like historical Crawl Classic stuff out there, specifically like Roman era. And I know there is it's like called like Pax Lexque or Lexe game out there, which like takes and it does kind of like it's a DCC game. And it kind of spins like a Shadowrun-esque feel of Rome. Like it's Rome, but there's like halflings and goblins and stuff. And I'm not down with that. I don't need to have those other species in my game. I'm totally cool with it being like Greco-Roman or something like that. That would be cool to have something in that direction. So I would do something like BCC, like Bronze Crawl Classics, or AACC, Antiquity Crawl Classics. That'd be a good name.
They like Fairy Crawl Classics.
What do they like?
They like Fairy Crawl.
All right. Well, you know what? What's up with this?
Do I have something in my tooth?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes. Hubris.
What? What's that?
Oh my God! I'm glad you're not the English major. Mr. Citrus says fairy crawl, like wood sprites fighting people, trying to destroy the forest. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. All right, so we're gonna switch over. We'll answer Eddie's question in a moment. We'll come.
Okay.
Let's finish with Brian's questions.
There's
Oh, don't want a system with no magic. I would say that if I was gonna do like antiquity crawl classics, I would have clerical magic and not wizard magic. I would get rid, kind of like how Lankmar gets rid of clerics. I would get rid of wizards in an Antiquity Crawl
What's wrong
Classics
with
game.
wizards? Why do you hate
I
them
just
so
don't
much?
think that over the top wizard magic makes sense.
Why are you so mean to the wizards?
It doesn't make sense
What did they do to
in that
you?
kind of style of gaming.
Stop trying to be so mean to people.
Maybe as
Wizards
villains.
didn't do
They'd be
anything.
good villains.
That'd be cool. But don't get rid of them. Then they'll have feelings hurt.
What is Brian's next question?
Oh, okay. Question number 2. Have you ever run a completely random dungeon crawl or hex crawl where you roll every encounter on random tables? What are your thoughts on running a game like this?
Well, you haven't.
No.
I've used the random tables from Peril of the Purple Planet to run several sessions worth of gaming just from random tables. So that's the and if you look in our catalog of YouTube videos, I do a 3-part review on Peril of the Purple Planet by Harley Stroh, and I think about maybe 8 or 9 sessions it took us to get through the whole box set, and there were at least 3 or 4 sessions that was just hex crawling. So completely random, and it was just a really, really great experience. So, I mean, I'm going to be running a hex crawl based adventure for Empire of the East at Gen Con. I'm writing the hex crawl part of it.
Is that
So,
your foot?
good question. I touched your foot. Next question.
Ew. That's
I do enjoy some hex crawling.
Okay. This is the last question from Brian. Question number 3. When are we getting the Shadow of Weird parentheses? Wait, no, this one.
No, it's weird. Yeah, not mad. It's weird.
No. Or mad. Parentheses.
It's the Weird Wizard.
See, I'm doing the parentheses.
Yeah, but it's gonna be Shadow of the Weird Wizard.
Okay. I really like Shadow of Demon Lord system, but the grim, dark setting can get me down at times. Cheers, Brian.
I wish I had an answer for Shadow of the Weird Wizard, but I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know. While I occasionally have some insight onto what's coming out in the Goodman verse, which is still not insider insight. It's maybe a couple weeks ahead of time, for just what they were doing for the tournaments, because I was a tournament judge, or I was in the X-Crawl tournament videos. I had a little heads up on that, and I had occasional heads up on stuff that Monty Cook Games is doing that if I talked about, generally get fired.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I don't know anything else about any other games. So I'm hoping there's a Kickstarter this year for Shadow of the Weird Wizard, but I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about the whole fact of it being not including the gross, grotesque, bizarre stuff of Demon Lord. Demon Lord's my thing.
Yeah.
So, all right, some questions here from the flashing on. All right, so Eddie Frankenstein asks, so gonna run my first ever hex crawl with DCC. Any advice? Also, should I have a map they can see, or just keep it behind the screen? Can you go get the box of hexes from there?
Where's that at?
It's on the shelf.
I'm not gonna find this.
It would not be hard.
I think you should find it.
I'm not gonna find it.
No, you should go
No,
find
I'm
it.
not gonna get it. So I would suggest,
Just go to the party that
Eddie,
you're
that you
Okay.
get one of so even when I find this here, a dry erase hex board that we have, I would totally do dry erase maps. It's on the wooden shelf, like the shelf that used to be in your room.
There's like 50 wooden shelves.
Just come back. You're definitely not gonna find it.
No, I'm gonna find it.
I would totally use a dry erase board if you could, or alternatively create use a hex crawl map like in a virtual tabletop and fill it out as you move forward. I think that the play. She has it. This is my personal fave. This is the dry erase hex crawl game tiles right here. This is by Roll for Initiative. I use these for our hex crawl adventure in space. We ran Wrath of God for Mothership, and I think these are awesome. So this is what I would use. This is what I would use.
I'm gonna sneeze.
And then to answer Deb's question, for Empire of the East, I think I'm just going to use one of these, possibly, maybe 2. And that'll be this is all I use for the hex crawl. So I know you can't get to a full hex crawl in a 4-hour session, but I think you could average maybe 1 to 2 hexes per hour. So you have a decent starting point, and you draw a few things on there to investigate, I think you could, and then an ending point where they have to pick a path to go. I think you could definitely do a mini hex crawl with a total of, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh my gosh, you made me more tea.
19? Is it 19
No,
things?
I
We have tea. We have tea. I'm sorry, everyone. We have to just take a moment here as we've been brought tea. Oh, good. This tea is brought to us by
Red Rose.
By Red Rose.
And honey.
Red Rose and Monty Hook Games.
Run of the mill, Red Rose, tea and honey.
So, there's another advice you needed, Eddie, about what hex crawl are you running for DCC? Is it one of the things that's published out there, or just throwing something together? Just wondering.
Hi.
Don't you want a Witcher DCC? Eddie's asking. No, I don't, because I think it's a Witcher. I've never been a huge fan of like IP that's already out there for in RPGs, like, you know, stuff that is attached to like a popular IP. So like, I'm not going to get the Lord of the Rings stuff, the One Ring. I'm not going to get into that. Although, I mean, I do know a good bit about The Witcher. I read all the Witcher books and played 2 of the games and watched the series. So anyway, let's see here. Have I seen the new Orcs module for DCC by DIY RPG? I have not. I've seen it exists. I have not gotten it yet. I think it's for the Hubris setting. I said Hubris to you earlier. I think it's for the Hubris setting, which I do not have that either. But I've heard good things about that as well. I think I was looking at that back when I got Lankmar, and Lankmar ended up being the direction I went for campaigning at the time. Let's see here. Eddie also asked, third question, how long until Monty Cook Games hops the DCC bandwagon? Actually, funny story. Hold on here for a second. Just stay there.
Are you going in? Where are you going?
I'm over here.
Party.
You can just talk to everybody.
Disco party.
I got something funny to show off.
Look, wait, ready? Wait.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
What do you mean nothing?
Nothing.
Why don't you talk or something? Now it's just awkward.
No, I'm doing something.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're a pain in the butt.
I'm doing nothing.
I'm trying to find something very important.
Here, I'll bring up our friend. Where does he speak?
Where does he speak? You hit the button and he speaks.
Where's the button? Ooh. He's like living his best life.
Got it. Okay. So as some of you might know...
Ew, why are you coming back?
As some of you might know...
He stole your seat.
There were DCC modules prior to, I think 66 was the number where it started as DCC. So there were modules prior to that. And one of the modules was DCC 50, Vault of the Iron Overlord, by Monty Cook. So look at that. Monty Cook did write a DCC module. And it's interesting how...
Oh, there's a flippy thing.
It's interesting how there is the rotating dungeon map that's being featured in DCC 100. There's a rotating map in DCC 50. So, if you didn't know. And then my friend Mark Plord got this for me, and he had Monty sign it for me. So I still have not run DCC 50. It is for 3rd edition D&D, so I would have to, I guess, convert it over. But, yeah, it's pretty rad.
Hashtag rad.
Hashtag rad. Judge Evie, what's your favorite game to run? Eddie's asking.
The only game I've run.
You've run 2 games.
Oh, you're right.
What do you prefer, Evie? Do you prefer... Actually, you've run more No Thank You Evil than you have DCC.
That's not true.
Oh, it's definitely true. You should run it at the game club.
Those don't count.
It does totally count.
Oh, no. I've run more DCC than I have
You haven't.
game club games.
You have run nowhere near as much DCC as you have at No Thank You Evil.
The con little things don't count.
Okay.
I don't count those.
Anyway.
Because those are like 30
all right,
minutes
here we
long.
go. Time to go into... Oh, the rap. We have a rap. Rap.
What? Oh, yeah.
All right, we have a rap
I feel
this
like I'm gonna
week.
sneeze in the
Again,
middle of this rap.
As all of our raps are brought to you by Greg Schwarzkopf, the
Well,
great
this is
rap
the rap.
lyricist.
This is the rap. It's called Space Opera.
All right.
It looks like a lot of words.
All right, I'm going to do a space opera background sound, okay?
Oh no. How am I supposed to rap to?
Just do it.
Negative dungeon crawling, picked two men's locks, confronted evil pirates gathered on the docks. Shed your shining armor, put on our pressure suit, get aboard a spacecraft and cut to rusty old roots. A glorious exploration with a ragtag lonely crew.
Keep it up.
Is just the tonic needed to make a heady brew. Trade dungeon crawls for mutants, let aliens be your foes, or friends if you should need them. Shoot lasers, not arrows. And so you need role players who need a change of pace. Look to the far horizon and venture into space.
All right, here we go.
Woo!
Thank you, Greg, for a good rap.
we did it. That was a solid half
That
high
was
five.
tough. That was tough. Oh my gosh.
Wait,
All right.
we can jinx our teeth. Ah, it's hot.
I think. All right. So we totally know that celebrity game tables are all the rage right now, and you've got Matthew Lillard out there and Joe Manganiello going to be at,
Yeah.
with Satine Phoenix and everyone at Gary Con, and
Yep.
you have
Foot away from
everyone right now is into gaming. I saw the pictures of why am I freezing up on what's his name from The Witcher? Henry Cavill from The Witcher
I wasn't
playing
gonna know that.
at all the Warhammer stores. So Judge Evie and I have come up with a couple of our dream tables.
Yeah.
I have a dream DCC table of 4 players and classes that they'll be playing
Yes,
and the
I
character
just kind
names.
of picked people.
I think you need to pick one set of them and then pick what they're going to be playing class-wise. All right? Do you want me to go first or do you want to go
Okay,
first?
you can go first. I'll make my notes while I do this.
Okay. All right. So I thought that the best thing to do for a gaming table would be to go big, and then just go for someone that would bring in a lot of people to the gaming hobby if she were to show up at the gaming table. And I think she could be convinced, and I think that she would be the perfect person to play an elf. Do you agree? You agree?
Yeah. I'm making
So
my notes now.
at my dream DCC table, playing
Okay, I'm good.
Lady Angel Star Brightmoon,
That's
the elf,
terrible.
would be Meryl Streep.
I love Meryl Streep.
I love Meryl Streep too. I think Meryl Streep wants to play some DCC.
That's a solid choice.
I agree, it's a solid choice. I think she'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, if Meryl Streep's watching this,
yes, if Meryl Streep is one of our live viewers on Twitch right now,
yeah.
you should be playing DCC. I'm going to follow up with someone who I think has...
I don't know who this is.
What was
I
that?
don't know who this is.
Who?
This next dude. Or,
You don't know who
What is
Kumail
this?
Nanjiani is?
no.
What?
Who's that?
He was in the Eternals?
What?
What? He's a comedian. He's like a stand-up comedian. He's
You think I wanna
hysterical.
know that?
He got super buff and stuff for the Eternals.
You think I
He's
would
got
know this?
multiple comedic specials and stuff. Okay, whatever. I think he's awesome, and I think he would be a wonderful cleric.
It's Meryl Streep.
But a wisecracking cleric, someone epic. Remember the epic name just brother or the brother, like he's like a monk.
TV show?
What?
Isn't
Is there a TV show called The Brother?
Isn't there?
I don't know.
Isn't it's Big Brother or something?
Big Brother, not
Yeah,
not
TV
about a
show.
DCC cleric.
Nasty Nate watched that show.
There you go. There you
So he
go.
always
Good job,
would meet
Nasty
me
Nate.
on FaceTime to go watch that show.
All right, the next person I'm going to go with is I think you need Nathan Fillion.
Who's that? I don't know actors'
You
names.
need Nathan Fillion.
What's he in?
I mean, he's in Firefly, and he's
Oh.
also the lead character in The Rookie.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah,
Oh. I don't know names to faces.
you need Nathan Fillion.
I don't know names to faces. I know who he is,
And
but I know his
Nathan
name.
Fillion would be the party's thief, and his character's name would be Steely Thiefster.
That's horrific.
That's gonna be my next character name.
Steely Thiefster.
It's awesome. Oh my gosh. My
Nice.
next character is gonna be Elfstar.
Why?
I don't know.
Like All-Star?
Elfstar. Then I'll learn the real magic. Okay. Finally, I'm gonna go with Anya Shalotra.
Who's that?
I think I pronounced her last name right. She's on The Witcher. She plays Yennefer. And I think you switch things up though. So I think you have her play as a warrior though, and
That's a terrible name.
and you have her like playing a warrior at the table, but some like a cool duelist named like Swashbucklerina.
This is why you're never a player, because you can't name anything.
Okay, you know what? I'm not great with character names, so let's hear. That's my table.
I don't have
Meryl,
character names.
Kumail, Nathan,
Okay,
and
I
Anya.
have-
That's my table.
I have
It would be
two-
awesome, mostly because of the star power of Meryl Streep. You know.
Okay.
And you would call the party the Streep Fighters.
Okay, my turn. So
I think it's gonna be a great DCC
the
party.
first person, I have like characters from shows, like not like actors.
What?
Like I have
We have
characters.
characters from shows.
Like I put characters instead of actors.
That's wrong. That's not how you do this.
Well, that's what I did. Mom said it was fine. Well, one of them's like some of them.
How are
are
you gonna
actors.
how are you gonna have a celebrity game table of characters?
Some of them are characters and some of them are actors.
You know, there's a difference. Like there's a difference between them.
Well, yeah, I listened to that. But one of them's an actor.
Okay. All right. What'd you do?
So for my cleric, I thought Rogelio from Jane the V Word that we can't say on here.
We can't say that.
I think it's on the banned words.
I don't even know who that is.
The dad of Jane.
I have no idea. I don't watch the
Rogelio.
show.
So that's that one.
From
and then,
Jane the V word.
Yeah, and then for the wizard, I thought Mandy Patinkin.
I mean, I think I have a better chance of getting Manny Patinkin to come play a wizard
Because of
at my
this-
table with Meryl Streep.
Because of this
In fact,
picture.
show it. I'm telling you
a
what.
wizard.
You know what? He's not at your table anymore. I'm stealing Mandy Patinkin.
No.
I am.
You're gonna add Mandy Patinkin to the Streepsters?
He is now going to be just called the Mage Lord, and he is now going to be part of the Streepsters. Too late. He's now mine.
Okay.
I stole Mandy Patinkin.
Next, I have
The
Steve.
Street Fighters.
Steve. And I think he.
I mean Steve. You have Steve. What does that mean? No one here knows what you mean. You have Steve. I have Steve. What does that mean? Explain to the people what you have Steve.
From.
Go ahead.
Can we say that?
Who do you
word?
have?
Can we?
You have David Eigenberg from And Just Like That, right? That's what you got?
Yeah, and.
Why don't you
he's
just
gonna-
call it David Eigenberg? Why call him Steve?
He's gonna be the elf.
That's just poor guy.
As the warrior, I have Shrek.
Wait, Elf as the warrior of Shrek? What?
No. Steve's the elf, and then Shrek's the warrior.
How do you have Shrek at a celebrity game table? Do you mean Michael Myers who plays Shrek?
Sure. And then I thought that'd be funny, because you know how thieves are supposed to be like sneaky?
Okay.
And like
They
small
are.
and sneaky?
I mean, not
I
small,
thought
but yeah.
for the thief, we could
I mean,
put.
Conan's kind of a thief.
For the thief, I put Tall Girl.
What's the character's name that plays Tall Girl?
Jodie.
What is the actor's
I
name?
don't know. Look her up. It's like starts with like a A, I think.
Tall Girl is played by that person from Tall Girl. This is safe. I don't know who it is. Ava
Ava
Michelle.
Michelle.
That's gonna play the thief.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you realize this is a celebrity game table, so they're at
Yeah,
a
okay.
table playing
I
this
have my
part.
next
They're
table.
not like they have to actually be the person.
Okay, so this is my next table. So this isn't gonna work.
I
for
thought the whole
celebrities
idea of
behind.
having the woman playing Yennefer, Anya playing a warrior was like kind of off kilter. You actually have fictional characters.
The rest are all four fictioners, all played by the same actor.
Okay.
So I don't have people for these.
I know exactly who these will all be. Go ahead.
So first we have Adam from Girls.
Wow.
And then we have Charlie from Marriage Story.
Oh wow! Look at that.
And then we just have Kylo Ren.
Okay.
And then I said we could have Matt the radar technician.
which is also Kylo Ren.
No.
So you have 2 Kylo Rens.
No, it's Matt.
So you essentially just want to have 4 Adam Drivers at a table.
Yes.
What would they be playing? What character classes would they be?
Well, okay, so Adam from Girls would be like the warrior.
Oh, okay.
He gets really
Because he's
angry.
abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
That's not what I was going. That's because he's always
Keep
angry.
going with this
But
description
you
of all
said
4
that.
Adam Drivers.
I think Charlie from Marriage Story.
Well, he's not the halfling because he ain't lucky.
Mm-mm.
He's also descended upon by the most evil fictional character of all time, Laura Dern's divorce attorney.
Yeah.
That is just the most terrifying creature
What
on
would
the
he be?
planet. What would he be?
Maybe he's like an elf.
He was like a bard or something. I mean, he was an actor.
Oh yeah, he can be a bard.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren, elf. Elf vibes.
Elf.
What do you
Okay.
think? The snowy little forest.
Sure.
That's an elf.
Sure.
And then like Matt.
Thief.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This was terrible. You
No,
really
this is
just
good.
like I don't
Andrew
know if like you
Garfield.
actually worked this out phone. That's actually pretty good. Eddie's
Andrew-
had Bruce Campbell, Alan Tudyk,
Andrew-
Chris Evans, and Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield from Tick Tick Boom.
That's a really good.
He didn't like Tick Tick Boom.
I did not like Tick Tick Boom,
Uh-huh.
but I think it's a really great table. I think Bruce Campbell and Alan Tudyk. First off, the fact you have 2 like just. Well, I mean, Bruce Campbell is always Bruce Campbell, who's amazing. And Alan Tudyk can do any voice ever. So you have Alan Tudyk do like, so many different characters. Because he was like, not Vanellope von Schweetz, the King Candy.
I was gonna say if he was.
Yeah, he was
Vanellope
also in
von
Firefly.
Sweets.
Wait, is Mako still? I hate to ask this. Is Mako still around? Didn't Mako pass away? I gotta look. Is Mako still alive?
Is that a whale?
Oh, Mako would be the best. Yeah, Mako was. I feel bad now. Oh yeah, he passed away in 2006. Oh my gosh,
That
wait,
was when I was born.
that's bummed. That's sad.
Oh.
Oh, he was the wizard in Conan, the Conan movies. That's sad. All right. Anyway, but he would be a wonderful narrator. I mean, he had that voice for sure. He was the DM, the GM, the judge. All right. I think you can tell that our tastes are in different directions here.
And you can tell whose is better.
Yeah, the person who didn't go with just 17 different Adam Drivers
That
is
first
better.
table was good.
Yeah, whatever.
I had
Yeah,
Mandy Patinkin.
actually, you had the best table here? Eddie did.
Yeah.
With Bruce Allen, Chris Evans, and Andrew Garfield. That was the best table here.
Add Mandy Patinkin though.
And Mandy Patinkin. Eddie, you gotta take Mandy
Okay,
Patinkin.
but is it Mandy
all right?
Patinkin or is it my hoodie? Because who's also named Mandy Patinkin.
You want your hoodie to play the game? This rolled up hoodie at the table? That's terrible. Oh my gosh. All right. We're gonna move on. Kickstarter shout outs.
Nope.
I gotta say, you know what? Just to be fun, if you're watching this on YouTube, put your best table of together and put it in the comments below.
It's probably better than ours.
It's probably better than ours. All right, here we go. It's out. It's like at $140-some thousand already. DCC 100. The Music of the Spheres is Chaos. The Epic Spinning Dungeon by Harley Stroh. So we've been waiting for DCC 100 for a long time. I think it's level 5 adventure. And yes, you can get a party up to 5th level if you start working now. So if this comes out like next year, I think it'll finally be released when it'll show up at your table. So start now. Get your DCC part. Run a funnel this week. Get that group leveling up. And then next year, you'll have a party ready to roll. So I will put the link to that in the notes below as well. So you can kind of go and follow that. But you've got a little bit of time left still. So get in on Music of the Spheres is Chaos. Road Crew shoutouts. Only thing I got on the table right now is Romance of the Cyclops May 13th to 15th. So that is coming. And then, I don't know, Judgy, where can folks find us? Besides not you on camera.
What?
Usually off camera.
They can find us at I Live for Crits on Twitter, Living for Crits on
You gotta
Instagram,
break the chair.
and search Living for Crits on YouTube. Right? Oh, correct. Well, I said that. Yeah.
All right. So until next week, be safe, be healthy, and be kind to one another. And I'm just gonna say for my outro ASMR, Adam Driver's really overrated. Just saying. I mean, that's a good ASMR. I could fall asleep to that. Judge Evie, you got some ASMR for the viewers? This shtick doesn't work anymore since the camera's on the computer and not in front of us anymore. There should be a camera in front of the... Go ahead.
Hi, Meryl Streep.
There you go. Good night, everybody.
Bye.